Make sure my sound is on. I believe my mic is on because I can hear a little bit of feedback into it. So, all right. Hello everyone. Well, everyone that comes in. I have been away for a while. Um, mostly because I kind of needed to take my mind off of some stuff that was going on. Nothing really bad per se, but I needed to kind of keep my mind occupied in regards to stuff that was going on around me, and I needed to do it outside of like streaming for the most part. Um, there was also a couple of things I was feeling here and there, and I guess we'll get into that as we go deeper into it. I actually didn't realize the last time we were even playing this particular game, um, we had stopped at a new starting point. So, for anyone that comes in, that actually reminds me. Um, hmm, let's see what I can do. Let's share this. Hmm, who can I send this? I'll send it to you and you. And now I will share it to Discord because why not? Uh, I'll send it. Oh. I look up and all I see is hentai is back. What's going on, God? Jesus Christ. Just give me 1 second. I typed say ho instead of say hi. There we go. I'll just share it there. Alright. I'm good just eating and chilling. Yeah, I just ate not too long ago. My friend has me going through certain arcs of One Piece, and I'm almost done with the specific one. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not going to spoil it, but as I was saying, we had just stopped going into a new chapter, which I completely didn't know. I forget how long some of these chapters go, so.
君は気にならない？東京のあちこちで起こっている怪現象やデジタルウェーブ異常、それにあのイーターや新宿で私たちが遭遇した。で、これはきっと何かとんでもないことが起こる前触れなんだよ。デジタルシフト内に入ったっていうハッカーたちの情報を集めると、高確率でイーターの目撃情報も含まれてるの。ひょっとしてデジタルシフトはイーターが原因じゃないかな。聞いたんだ、病気のこと。
Oh yeah. Also, the last time we played this, I actually have to put all of these videos into a playlist like I did with Dead Cells. But last time we played this, we actually found out that Erica has a very unique sickness, which will be explained a little bit more as we continue. But Erica is very sick, and it's actually a sickness that she's had ever since the car accident that took her and Ryuji's parents. So
気にしなくていいよ。別に閉じこもってたって良くなるわけじゃないから。もうそんな顔されてたら逆に具合が悪くなるよ。もういいよ。依頼でも受けてくれば。君ザクソンの二重スパイになったんでしょ。さっさと仕事しに行きなよ。
Oh yeah, we're also a double agent based on the last episode. We were supposed to be spying on Zaxian and their hackers, but instead, since our group is aligned with Zaxian, we're going to be acting as a double agent to turn on the Devils, which is another group of hackers.
バカ。迷惑かけてごめんって言いそびれちゃったじゃない。エリカは病気なんですか？
And it's back. I'm kind of glad Lucy isn't here, because if he overheard this...
私みたいにワクチンで治るんですか？治らない。私、デジモンじゃないもん。そっか。エリカは人間ですもんね。私に何かできることありますか？ない。せめて、私がもっとエリカと同じことができたらいいのに。そしたら、お手伝いできるのに。
Oh yeah, for some reason to the Island of Happiness has a bunch of parts to it. Not entirely sure why, but alright. Let me check through this. Randomly it. All right. The fuck? Oh, digital waves. All right, here we go. It's a request from Erica. Is this a case? An email has arrived on the PC. There are loads of URLs for research papers. Wow, so she's telling me to learn about the digital wave. Erica's email contained links to sites for all the papers and articles about the digital wave. But there's too many. I'll exclude all the foreign sites that I don't understand. From the 5 remaining ones, excluding articles that look too difficult narrows it down to 2. So, which to choose? This one. I won't expect too much of myself. Yo, honestly, that line sometimes is me. I've chosen what I can handle. Now I'll just hope for the best and focus on it as much as I can in the time left. That's the trick to all-night cramming. I can do this. Oh boy. He's in for a rude awakening. I'm not gonna... You know what? I'll read it. The term digital wave refers to energy that carries and retains digital information and the flow thereof. Although it's described of a... Fuck that. All-night cramming is terrible. All-night cramming is terrible. Like... I remember a couple of times, like, between the night prior and the day of, I know sometimes that we would have, like, really difficult spelling tests when I was, like, in high school, and I would forget all about it because I had math homework and literature stuff to do, so I had to, like, break down sentences and stuff like that. And I'd forget all about studying for spelling. So literally, I cram all of it because I had sleep apnea. So I'd be up at 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning, just studying all the spelling words I could, because usually it'd only be a list of like 15 to 20. And then after that, in the morning when I was eating, normally I would take my notebook on the bus and I would study all the way up until the point where it was time to take the test. I had kind of learned to cheat during those, but I'm not gonna say how or when. Right, the bus studying. Yes, bus studying, honestly, ironically enough, I still see people doing it now. It's kind of weird. And I only say it's kind of weird because, like, with, I guess with being able to use your phone and, like, having the internet with you all the time, you wouldn't really have to worry about that stuff all that much. I had to stop doing stuff like that. It makes me retain information less. It kind of works differently for different people. Like, for me, it helped me retain information a lot better because along with being on the bus studying, as I'm eating, my brain is waking up and everything is fresh. So as I'm going through everything, I was able to retain it a lot easier. The one thing it didn't work for was math. Like, no matter what I did for math, it was really bad. It was really bad. Although it's described as a wave, it is not actually known if it's a wave of particles. Experts have demonstrated its existence, however, it has not been harnessed for practical applications. Erika and Akemi Sudo said the digital shift in Shinjuku the other day was caused by amplification of digital waves. I don't know why digital waves would be concentrated under the ground in Shinjuku. And why would there be eaters in the digital shift? Digital shift, digital wave, eaters. They must be connected somehow. Basically, a digital shift occurs when a digital wave is disrupted, and eaters appear where a digital shift occurs. Pseudo shows up where eaters are, and I'm ready for my bed. So late, so tired. I can barely keep my eyes open. I think I've reached my limit. This reminds me of that mysterious detective. When I first met Kyoko in Shinjuku, she was investigating the digital wave. Yeah, this is the result of spending all night
そこを行く地味
cramming.
な顔立ちの少年動くな
I love how she calls him a plain face. Oh, um, Gone Gone, I actually am glad you're here. I had shared it to a couple of other I had shared it to, actually, let me do one more thing while I'm here. But what I wanted to explain, Gone Gone, is, I wanted to kind of explain certain things about K-pop to you because, K-pop is kind of, in some cases, K-pop is not the best. Like, the one thing that K-pop companies definitely have that is a really big issue happens to be that at a certain point, some idols have a dating ban. And that means that until a certain age, or if at all, basically any male or female idols are not allowed to date at all. For some of them, it's until a certain age. For others, it's just period. And the reason for that is because, um, basically, in South Korea, visuals are everything. Like, if you have talent, that's great, but 9 times out of 10, visuals kind of keep the world going in the world of K-pop. And some idols get very, very, very obsessed to the point where well, not some idols, some fans. And it gets to the point where some fans won't want their idol to date until like maybe 50 at at least. Some of them don't want them to date ever. And it's the company trying to give the image of the idol being available to their fans. And it creates some really disgusting behaviors in K-pop fans. To where when an idol does decide that they're gonna date or whatever, or if it's revealed that an idol is dating another K-pop idol or actor or model or whatever, like all of the internet, especially Stan Twitter, gets in a complete uproar. They start sending a whole bunch of death threats to the person that idol is dating. It's a real mess and it's disgusting. And I know that you won't necessarily do that, Gone Gone. I know you won't, but it's best that I like let you know like some of the stuff that like does happen in regards to like K-pop itself. Just kind of a warning in case you do see it. I'm not saying you're definitely 100% gonna see it, but I'm just trying to give you a little bit of like why you'll see it and like why it's so cancerous, for lack of a better term. hmm So I posted that on Facebook. Alright, cool. Alright, so now that I've gotten that off my chest, because I can go into a rant about K-pop literally all day.
そのままだ。そのままじっとしていてくれたまえ。実に興味深い数値だ。君、今時間はあるかな。私の調査に付き合ってほしい。君は私の実験にはうってつけの被験者だ。
Listen, I'm not a subject for anyone's experiments, alright?
そうか、それは助かる。
Why would you say yes?
ではまずはすまないがあそこに立ってもらえるかな。
Well,
あ、そこでいい。ではそこで何かポーズをとってくれ。そうだな、一般的な日本人は写真撮影の際は V サインを撮る場合が多いらしい。つまりはそういう類のもので構わない。
I guess.
ちなみに日本人がよく V サインを撮るのは数十年前のオリンピックで選手がこれを用いたことが始まりだそうだが、実際は戦時中にビクトリーを V として使用されたのが起源とされている。時には平
I
和の、
wonder where
時
Gladys
には
is.
挑発の意味も込められており、使うものや地域によって意味も異なるというわけだね。元来仕草というものは、おっと失礼、話が脱線するのは私の癖でね。調査を続けよう。何でもいい、君がしっくりくるポーズをとってくれたまえ。ポーズとしては平凡だな。だがこの調査には一層ふさわしい。それでこそ君を選んだ甲斐があるというものだ。君のその非凡な平凡さ、大いに活用させてもらお
I'll
う。
take full advantage of that. Pause.
なるほど。よし、もういいぞ。楽にしてくれ。ご苦労だった。
Alright, so now to see where we're going next. Oh, she's over there. Okay. Oh, I can't access anything. Oof.
次はここだ。すまないがこれを持ってくれないか。ぬいぐるみだ。なかなか可愛いだろ。だが
No, it actually looks like the real thing. Oh my god.
いわくつきだね。
Yeah, I actually thought I was about to get attacked for a second.
君も一度は聞いたことがあるかな。物に霊的なものが宿るという話。一口に物といっても種類は様々だ。小さければぬいぐるみや宝石、大きければ巨大な構造物にさえそういったものは宿るとされている。特にぬいぐるみなどの思い入れが強いものには霊的なものの憑依が起こりやすいそうだ。このぬいぐるみは私が別の調査で手に入れたものでね。
That's not good, yo.
おっと、また話が脱線したよ。調査に集中しなければ。待たせたね。良い数値が取れたよ。
Okay.
何？気になるからさっきの話を最後までしてくれ。すまない、怖がらせてしまったな。だが安心したまえ。今のは冗談さ。
Yeah, a joke. Okay.
君を怖がらせてぬいぐるみに意識を向ければ数値に変動があるかと期待したものにね。それは正真正銘ただのぬいぐるみさ。誤解しないでほしいのだが、
物に霊的なものが宿るという話自体を否定しているわけではない。だがかの有名なつくも神も100年は念を込める必要があるという話だ。その話を参考にするのであれば、このように作られて日が浅いぬいぐるみに曰くなどあるわけがない。もちろんつくも神以外の何かが宿っている場合、可能性はゼロではないわね。それが怪異というものだよ。さて次の場所に行こうか。
She just has us going everywhere, man. I didn't ask for this. Where'd she go? Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to go through all that dialogue again. Jesus Christ. Alright, so that means I gotta go up. Main reason I can't access anything is this is a flashback. Alright, where are you? There she is.
来たか。では次はこの辺りにするとしよう。今から私が言う言葉を覚えてくれ。では。
Oh God, this part. Hey Gladys, you made it. I was wondering where you were. Like. Oh no, I forgot. I have to memorize this. Alright, shit. You know what? I took a really good nap. I would have started a little later if you were gonna take a nap. I wouldn't have started so early. Oh shit. I'm actually about to cheat really hard for this part. Alright, so... Did I see Alice? I did see Alice's IG story, and Jesus Christ, yo. I don't know if it'd be wrong to say I was jealous, but like, kind of jealous. All right,
Yosh, いいぞ。続け。いいぞ。
Alright, so I got it right. Okay, cool. Gladys! I'm sure I don't have to tell you what I was jealous of. I'm pretty sure. Though I do wish I could have. I do wish that, like, I could have been there if for no other reason, like, not so much because of, like, the Alice thing, but just because, like, I want to meet, I want to meet Bella in person and just, like, tell her that she needs to go to K-Con. And Chelsea, just so that we could, like, JoJo meme. without spoiling, of course, because I know she hasn't seen the ending of JoJo. I think she's just getting back in from LA, or she's just on her way back today. Yeah, I want to meet them all. Yeah, exactly.
実に興味深い。探しがいがあるというものだ。早速動き出さなければ。おっと失礼。礼を言わせてもらうよ、少年。君のおかげで面白そうな事件の発生現場に居合わせることができそうだ。では、先を
She dragged me here for nothing.
失礼する。
I'm actually
今の実験が何だった？ああ、デジタルウェーブの数値を計測していたのだ。
I'm actually kind of tempted because for those of you guys who don't know, I had my phone interview on Tuesday. The phone interview went relatively well. Right now, all I'm doing is kind of waiting. I emailed them earlier to ask about if there was a dress code or anything. But luckily for me, there isn't a dress code. So I'm good on that. I was tempted to email them again and ask if the status of like how the interview is going thus far, because I don't know how many people they're interviewing. I'm glad it went okay. Interviews can be nerve-wracking. Yeah, absolutely. I think a phone interview is actually a bit easier than like an in-person interview, unless you know the people in the store that you're going to be interviewing. Otherwise than that, it can get really nerve-wracking. I was actually going to go on another tangent about K-pop for a little bit.
今まさに新宿一帯のデジタルウェーブ数値に異常な変動が見られる。そこで通りすがりの君を使ってちょっとした検証をさせてもらったんだ。
One more thing. I was keeping Now I am gonna go on a tangent. I would let it wait a few more days before following up, see if they respond to you first. Oh, hi, is it Ninachu or Ninachu? I'm not entirely sure. Just like let me know, but thank you. I'll definitely take that advice. I don't know nothing about math, but I love tangents. I actually am gonna go on one. I was so hyped for Evo, and my friend messaged me, and he said Arc System Works was gonna have this big announcement, and it was possibly gonna be Persona 5 Arena, and I was so hyped. And then, like, as the hours passed, I took a nap by mistake. And I woke up, and I was like, yo, did they announce anything yet? And they were like, and he was like, no. And then after that, like 20 minutes later, he's like, hold on. So I'm like in suspense, because I have my computer next to my bed, and I'm getting super hyped. And I find out that it's news about another Guilty Gear. And I don't have any real issue with Guilty Gear. Yeah, that's me. Either is fine. Alright, so Ninachu would be, I'll use Ninachu, if that's alright with you. But yeah, I was so disappointed because basically what happened is, Arc System Works has gone on record saying that the only reason they hadn't started Persona 5 Arena is because they were doing Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, which is another fighting game that came out. But like, I was so disappointed. I'm like, can you give me my Persona fighting game? Unless they're gonna wait until the Royal comes out and then announce it. But even then, like, that would suck. Because that means I have to play the story mode for Persona 5 The Royal and the story mode for Persona 5 Arena. And I love both games, but that would be a whole lot. So that's really my tangent on that. I do love the DLC. Hold on, let me get through all of this.
君の存在がデジタルウェーブには何ら干渉していないと証明してくれたわけだ。自分で試すのが一番手っ取り早いのだが、私は被験体としてはいささか不都合になってね。君が来てくれたのはまさに天の廃材。研究員。私は興味のないことには本当無頓着だね。
You know, that actually reminds me, I saw the new character trailer for Tekken 7. I'm really glad that they have a guy from like New York City who has that type of backstory, but instead of him becoming like a street brawler, you know, he ends up studying martial arts and actually becomes something akin to a grandmaster, and now he's looking for revenge for the guy who murdered his two parents. I'm here and chilling with my bag of peanut cheese. You know what? Shut up. Oh my god. There's actually a deep story with what he just mentioned about peanut chews and Charleston chews, which I'll go into after we finish this. What do you mean there's no need for names? Also, Nina Chu, if you are still in the chat, thank you so much for subbing. I really appreciate it. Lord. I got a little tongue-tied a second ago. But yeah, but Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle is looking really promising. They added Senran Kagura. They added what I think is the original game that a character named Akatsuki is a part of. And they're adding another Ruby character. So far, the 4 DLC characters that are coming is Neo from Ruby, if you guys know who that is. Akatsuki, a literal tank, is going to be fighting in the game. I don't necessarily know why or how, but a literal tank is going to be fighting in the game. And Yumi from Senran Kagura. If you guys don't know what Senran Kagura is, well, it's a fan service slash ecchi type of ninja hack and slash type of game. I'd recommend it. And it's crazy because my best girl actually got added first, so I'm really hype about that. You know, I actually don't have one tangent to go on. I actually have 2. But it's gonna cause my throat to get dry, so I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. And then you guys will hear me rant over this right here. So give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I know of it, but did not watch it. Um, I'm back, by the way. If you're talking about knowing of Senran Kagura, it's more of a game than an anime, but it does have an anime out for it. What I wanted to go on a tangent with is something I was actually talking to um my boy Anthony about. I be right back taking the doggy out. Okay, gone, no problem. And Souza, you're actually going to be kind of surprised about this. So, Souza, who's, and I use this term very loosely, retired, myself, Anthony, and a few more friends of mine, played this game called Cardfight Vanguard. And the problem is with Vanguard, it has gotten primarily worse as time goes on. I think Vanguard probably has a worse community than Yu-Gi-Oh! To an extent. But Yu-Gi-Oh's community has kind of quieted down over the years. So, and the company's really doing nothing about it. In fact, the company has made the game so broken that they had to reboot the game. And now the game is getting so boring that people are now quitting the game, which means the game itself is possibly gonna die, especially since um ARG, which is alter reality gaming, I believe. But ARG is usually in charge of all the tournament events at card stores. But now ARG is cutting them completely. So there's really no more competitive scene anymore. And on top of there being no more competitive scene anymore, came to drop a like, and I'll watch this later because I'm with my psychiatrist at the moment. Lucy, thank you for coming in and dropping by. I will warn you that you will hear the Oni-chan voice at the beginning of this. I didn't know it was gonna pop up. So when you do watch it, be warned. But thank you, take your time. I understand. Sometimes it's what we all need. But back to what I was saying. So Vanguard's a dead game. And the reason why I say that Vanguard is a dead game is because when people are starting to get so bored of your game that like only the most hardcore of hardcore players actually want to invest in it and play it, you know, it's only a matter of time before there's not going to be enough people to buy the products that you're producing. And then after that, you know, eventually they cut the cord, as it were. Um, the reason why I kind of find it funny is because I was actually given an invitation to join a Vanguard team about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. That sound was of me drinking water. No, I am not doing ASMR. Anyway, so my main thing is just like the reason why he said he wanted me on the team was because one, he said I was good at Vanguard. Um, the definition of being good at Vanguard kind of varies. And number two, he said he wanted more active players. Now, his team is composed of about 9, 10 people. So if you have a team of around 9, 10 people, and for some reason you just do not, you feel as though you need more people because those people are inactive, you're going to have a huge team of essentially inactive people, especially with the game dying. Um, so yeah, that was really my thing on that. I still haven't given the person an answer on whether I'd do it or not. I probably won't because I don't have the money to really travel out like that. Let me continue. Um, and that was my bizarre encounter with that detective. Right. Yeah, I don't have the money to like, cause some of them are like in White Plains, some of them are at Secaucus. There's some that play in Florida or Pennsylvania, but I don't really have the money to like stretch out to travel out to all these places. Some are in Atlanta, some are in Toronto, some are in California, and then Worlds is all the way in Japan. If you make it that far. So I don't really have the money to spare to like get on the train and get a ticket round trip, put in for the hotel because we all would have to chip in for the hotel. Whatever food we're going to be eating, you know, if people need cards, 9 times out of 10 there are going to be people vending cards, and the people that vend cards charge way more than the card is actually worth, and only some of them are willing to negotiate prices. And then some people get their deck stolen and they spend like maybe as low as 300 and as much as $800-900 depending on the format. It's ridiculous. I don't have the money to spend for all that. Also, I don't have the energy to always want to practice Vanguard with everyone. I don't have that type of energy anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. Maybe that's a sign that like I'm kind of growing out of the game, but like I don't know. I'll play the game casually if nothing else, but I won't like I've never really dedicated everything into like a card game. So like when I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, like more so than Vanguard, and when I was playing Vanguard before they had to reboot the game, I never put more into it than I actually needed to. So again, I am not doing ASMR, but all this going on tangent does dry my throat. Ah, I wasn't asleep. I'm awake, just resting my eyes. But I've been studying so long. Maybe I should call it a day. Yo, her voice just made me jump a little bit. Oh my god. No, I'm not doing ASMR, Glenn. There's still so many of Erica's files left. Although maybe that's not such a bad thing. I guess I could read a little more. Alright, thankfully that's the end of that mission. Leomon. Check it. Why were you suddenly unable to log into Eden? There we go. Okay. Cool. Let's go mukbang. Oh, another thing that I wanted to rant about is I told Gon this, but Gladys, since you're kind of getting into K-pop too, this is something I should tell you as well. K-pop is K-pop in regards to women is really, really strict and it's really harsh. Um, just I guess, the bare minimum for the most part, just the bare minimum means like if you don't have the natural appearance or the natural look that most South Korean companies that do music or like modeling or whatever, if you don't have that specific look, and you aren't willing to go through plastic surgery, because fun fact, South Korea is one of the biggest states when it comes to plastic surgery. But if you don't have one and aren't willing to do the other, 9 times out of 10, you are not going to be successful. And that's because, unfortunately, when it comes to K-pop, visuals trump everything else. I'll give you a perfect example. You can be as talented a rapper as, let's say Doja Cat, for example, because her verse in Tien Tamara was really, really good. So you could be as good a rapper as her, maybe even better. You could have literally the vocals of Whitney Houston or Patti LaBelle, and you can dance on the level of a Michael Jackson, a Prince, or who's another one that isn't problematic? I'm not sure. But like you could have all those qualities. Your vocals could be on point, your rapping could be on point, your dancing and performance ability can be on point, your stage presence can be outstanding, which means you command the attention on stage. But if you don't have the visual when it comes to South Korea, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get left to the wayside. At best, you'll gain a small fan base and you'll be considered kind of underrated. At worst, you'll be promoted once and then they'll try and push you, and then if it doesn't work, they'll just literally let you flop. Back from being Thanos dusted. But yeah, Gladys, it really is strict, and I think the worst part about it is not only do you have to like have the look facially, but you also have to be like skinny as a stick. Like honestly, I think I think anything over like 105 soaking wet in Korea. No, no, my bad. I think it's anything over one. I have to look it up because I might be wrong. But I think anything under like anything over. I mean, anything over maybe about between 110 and 130. Anything under that is considered overweight. It's the craziest thing, but in South Korea, you have to be like as skinny as literally as skinny as a stick, and your visual has to be no joke. Like you have to have a perfect jawline, your cheekbones have to be a certain way. I'm not entirely sure about the eyelids. And then on top of that, they like whitewash some of the idols sometimes. So some of the idols will be like a natural like tanner or darker skin tone, and then like they'll use makeup to kind of make them seem like a lot whiter than they actually are. It's crazy down there. Yeah, I know Asian girls get insecure when they have chubby cheeks. Yeah, they really do. Like a lot of the idols sometimes like if they happen to be like not your average body shape for like in Korea, like for example, one of the members from the girl group I showed you, her body shape is relatively like in the hips. It's relatively bigger than your average Korean idol. And I saw some of the articles on like how they were treating her, and let me just say, I've never seen I've never seen so much cyberbullying in my entire life. And like and I'm not saying that like Korean guys don't have it too, cuz for Korean guys it's the same standard in the face, but most of them have to have like chiseled abs for the most part. And if they even lose like a third, like 1/32 of an ab, like if even the smallest part of their abs go out of shape, they're overweight. It's really, really bad. Some of the diets that they go on to have to like maintain that figure or maintain that specific weight, it's really bad. And then some of the companies and like how they handle it, it's even worse. It's a side of K-pop I don't necessarily like talking about, but it's one that I do think you should know because Jenny too. Hey Jenny too cool, how you doing? Well, damn. Yeah, exactly. It's something I wanted to put out there because no matter how appealing a visual is, I also believe that like some of them train for most of their childhood. Some of them start training to be an idol at the age of like I would say from around 6 to 11 years old. And some of them don't debut, if you're lucky, until around maybe 15, 16. So a lot of your childhood goes like down the drain training to become an idol. And some groups and some soloists have just so much talent, but because they don't have the visual, they just kind of get brushed aside. And as far as the plastic surgery goes, if it's the person's choice to get the plastic surgery, if it's for them and their self-esteem and they can look better, I mean, they can look in the mirror and feel better about themselves for it, then that's one thing. But if the company's trying to like push plastic surgery and they really don't feel comfortable with it, that's a whole nother story, and that's not something like I'm really okay with. But I guess the main point of all of that was to really say that like I want anyone that I bring into K-pop like myself, I want you guys to be like me in the sense of appreciating the artist for the person that they are and how hard they've worked and what they're bringing to the table. Because I've seen it online, especially far too many times, that people that are new to K-pop only see the visual and like they don't care about anything else. And anyone that I personally bring in, you know, that's what I want. I want them to appreciate the visual, but also the person behind the visual and their talent and their personality and what they bring to the table, not just as an idol, but as a person. Because at the end of the day, behind all the fame, behind all the aesthetics of the music videos, you know, they're still a person. So I've been good, just chilling. Well, thank you for joining me and listening to me ramble on about what I hate about K-pop. And yes, I am retired. You're only retired because you beat a friend of ours, okay? And he's been looking for a rematch ever since, and you never gave it to him. And the main reason you got out of that is because I asked you for your Aquaforce stuff. And when Ricky asked you to play him, you told him, I can't play you if I don't have a deck, and I just gave the deck to Danny, so I guess you out of luck. Alright, that's one bottle of water down. Yeet. There we go. But yeah, that's just a little bit of like the side of K-pop that I want, like anybody that I bring in. I just want you guys to know that like there's more to it than the visual, really. So alright, we're done. I guess BBS doesn't have any important cases right now. Maybe it's time to ask Mirai what's afoot. Oh yeah. Mirai. What the fuck? I just got a message. Account rating. Oh, that was an actual question that he wanted to... Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. And, so, oops. Alright, let's go. Yo, it's really been an hour, like, Jesus Christ. It doesn't feel like it's been an hour. Let's see if I can digivolve anything. I probably can't, but... Gladys, if you're here, this is what Pandamon evolves into. Pandamon evolves into this. He also evolves into this. Wait, what the fuck? He needs to upgrade his Aquaforce. He's not gonna upgrade his Aquaforce because he's quote-unquote retired, which means he's never coming back. I can't digivolve a damn thing right now. Ah! Okay. Are you talking about... Wait, are you talking about this guy right here? Metal Greymon? Oh, Pandamon's evolution. Hold up. Are you talking about him? Are you talking about King Edamon? Are you talking about Justimon? He got the crown and the cape with a throne. Oh, King Edamon. Okay, well, here's what I'll do. What I will do is, I will evolve Pandamon into King Edamon. That'll be the goal. But in the meantime, this is actually one of my favorite Digimon, by the way. The evolutionary chain I'm doing for him, one of my favorites. I just need to... Is that Jessmon? It has to be. Fuck. I'm gonna have to de-digivolve him again. I didn't want to do that. 75. Promon still can't evolve. You know what I'm about to do? I'm actually about to do something a tad interesting. I'm gonna move you. By the time he comes out of retirement, him and we are gonna be having a Vanguard battle inside a senior citizen home. Honestly, that's if Vanguard doesn't completely die first. Uh-oh. So we have trouble in the community area, so that's where we gotta go. I think after this part, I'll probably end it for now. Alright, let's see what's going on. You'll never believe what happened. My friend's bank ID was stolen from her account. Oh no. That's terrible. Was it a virus? I don't think so. She was on her way back from some event and realized it had been stolen. That's so strange. It's me. Are you free now? I mean, yeah, I'm free. I ain't got nothing better to do. A case is coming from Yu-Gi-Oh, but Chitose and I are busy. It's quite a big job, but you can have it. Take a look at the bulletin board. I can finally cosplay the Dark Sage. Yeah, that's how you're gonna escape from like having to play Ricky again. Cosplaying the Dark Sage. There was another thing that I wanted to get into. And my other water bottle fell. Which isn't a bad thing, but my other water bottle fell. I'll pick it up in a little bit. Oh, but I can't wait. The one thing that I wanted to go on about was I was surprised that I was surprised people still play Dead or Alive 6, to be honest with you. I don't necessarily know why. But it just seemed like after a while, people just kind of gave up on Dead or Alive 6. Like, not that people didn't want to play it, but like, between the DLC pass for season 1 being like 90 something bucks, and then like they weren't doing right in regards to like online mode. I don't know what it was, but it was just a mess. A big mess. So I don't know. I was just surprised that Dead or Alive 6 was... I don't think Dead or Alive 6 was a part of EVO this year. I know it was BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Smash. I know... Oh! Samurai Showdown looks absolutely amazing. I saw some of the other DLC characters for it. If I get the chance, I'm gonna play it. Just know that I'm really bad. Because it'll be my first Samurai Showdown game. Is Area 51, I mean Bermuda Triangle, still a deck? First of all, go fuck yourself. Second of all, yes, it is still a deck. And it is still a deck that I own, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Jermaine. I'm kind of like... I'm kind of like the Undertaker of Vanguard. And the only difference is I don't take blood money from Saudi Arabia. But like I'm like the Undertaker of Vanguard. So like even if I don't have a deck, because people have multiple decks, they always ask me to play them. And like I'll be like, yo, is it there like, you know, someone else? I'm kind of retired, you know, I don't really mess around with this game. And everyone else will be busy. And I'll just be like, oh well, oof, I guess. Oh my god. I never thought I'd say that about myself. I'm the Undertaker of Vanguard. Funny how life works. Alright, let's get this done. How are you a DLC in the Samurai Showdown game? How does that work?
Yeah, 待っといてね。フーディオからは君が来てくれたのか。君のハッカーとしての実力はまだ見たことがなかった。簡単な仕事ではないが、いい働きを期待している。少し脅かしてしまったかな。いつも通りやってくれればいいさ。では依頼について説明しよう。君はドリーミンという組織を知っているか？
My brother just made chicken strips. I might follow suit in a little bit, but I haven't decided yet.
ドリーミンはエデンのシステムを悪用して罪のない人たちから金を巻き上げている詐欺グループ。
You know what? That doesn't make you old. That doesn't make you Goldberg. You're actually Shawn Michaels, except you actually still have your hair. Because so far, you said that you're retired, and ever since then, you have not come out of retirement since you announced it. So, you definitely be Shawn Michaels.
手口はこうだ。まずエデンで何らかのイベントを主催し参加者を集める。集めた参加者に サイモンエンジン。その隙にクレジット情報を抜き取り、多額の金を引き出す。
If you see someone looking like Show Enough in the next DLC, it's me. What the fuck?
もうかなりのユーザーが被害に遭っているようだが、奴らはどこにも手がかりを残さず逃げ回っている。電脳空間でサイモンエンジンと奇妙な話だと思うだろうが、おそらくエデンアバターから受け取る疑似感覚を乱すような攻撃が3カ所に仕掛けられていると僕は推測している。気を引き締めてかかってくる。一般ユーザーのためか僕たちまで回避できない強力なハッキング攻撃。相手は相当腕のいいハッカーだと予想される。このまま放っておくとさらに被害が広がってしまうだろう。5人の奴ら僕は決して許さない。エデン、そんな奴らのための場所じゃないんだ。ザクソンはこれにかけた。今仲間が奴らの居場所を探る。エデンで犯罪を行っている以上、必ず電脳空間内のどこかに拠点を設けているはずだ。君は先行しているフェイと合流して、彼女は常にあちこち移動しているようだが、このフォーラムの誰かが行き先を知っているはずだ。
Alright, so we've there's gonna be a lot going on. We're gonna be taking on dreaming, but the first time is first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask around. Alright. The Shogun of Harlem has come to throw hands in this showdown. Alright, so what I'm actually gonna do is, do you by any chance watch Black Clover? Right now I'm watching One Piece for the most part. I do know I have to watch Demon Slayer, Sword Hero. I started Black Clover, but I haven't really gotten into it, so I'll have to continue that. But on that note, I'm actually gonna end it right here. It's really good to be back, to be honest. I just needed, like, that time to, like, recharge, and after what happened in therapy last week, I really just needed to take the time away from, like, streaming for a little bit. I've decided that I am going to be streaming more of this throughout the week. Hopefully it'll be shorter than this, but I don't know, because I do seem to like to talk a lot, and, you know, if you guys like listening to me rambling, you know, that's perfectly fine. We'll go with it. But, definitely I'll start streaming a lot more often than I have been. I just needed that break. I'm sorry that I couldn't, I guess, communicate that to you guys a little sooner. But I'm back now for the most part. The last thing I wanted to mention is I think I'm going to actually redo a Facebook page specifically for this, for my YouTube channel. I'm not sure what I'm gonna name it, but I am gonna invite a few people, including my mods. I'm thinking about adding a Twitter, but I haven't decided yet. But Facebook should be up, if not today, definitely tomorrow. So, for anyone that's subbed or whatever the case may be, definitely look out for that. Thank you guys so much for welcoming me back. Prepare to see more of this in the future. The next one will be Pandamon's quest for the throne. But with that aside, I'm going to go make chicken strips. And until the next time, thank you so much. Subscribe and drop a like if you haven't already. Don't forget to turn on the bell so you guys will know when I decide to pop up and stream with the Digimon. And thank you so much, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.